The system gave me endless life, but no power to protect myself. Just told me to beg for 20 years. After 20 years, I'd become a sword saint. But now the world's gone to hell. Demons raiding the borders. People starving. I'd been begging for 18 years straight. Then some crippled old dude at Golden Core level dragged me back to his sect and adopted me. Master, please just let me go back to begging. 2 more years and I'll be the world's greatest sword saint. But Master just shook his head. Nope. Why? Because I'm already the world's greatest sword saint. The old man's name was Lu Wentian. He ran the Azure Cloud sect in Linzhou. Besides me, he had 2 other disciples. Senior sister Kenkyu was at Mid-Foundation Establishment. Junior brother Luo Hao had just hit late Shi refinement. When he first brought me back, I was totally against it. All I could think about was sneaking out. But he'd catch me every single time. Whenever he saw me throwing tantrums, tears would well up in those cloudy old eyes. He'd curse how this screwed up world turned a good kid into a nutcase who'd rather beg than live in peace. Kid, don't be scared. Since you're here now, just think of this as home. Later on, that home was really gone. Half destroyed by demons, the other half by the Great Zhou Court. Old Lu kept saying the outside world was too dangerous and wouldn't let me leave the mountain. But he'd always run off demon hunting himself to make some cash for my siblings' cultivation. Those demons down the mountain got crazier and stronger every day. Old Lu used to come back all fired up, bragging about being a legit sword saint. But now every time he came home, he was covered in wounds, voice all shaky, saying he was only a real sword saint back in the day. Then one day, a rundown temple popped up across from Azure Cloud sect. Those bald monks charged less, worked better, and even got subsidies from the Empress. We were completely out of business. Worst part? That temple took our land too. I asked old Lu what we should do. He thought forever, then pawned his sword, and traded with villagers for a bunch of radish seeds. Cultivators not cultivating but planting radishes instead. A sword saint pawning his sword? That joke spread straight to Guangfu Temple across the way. Those monks mocked us endlessly. Senior sister had quite the temper. She'd stand there, hands on hips, arguing with them. Junior brother wasn't any better. He'd sneak out at night and smash their temple windows with rocks. When disciples screwed up, old Lu had to swallow his pride and apologize. He came back telling us to ignore those scheming monks. Said his time was running out, needed to focus on breaking through to the next realm. Told us to just grow radishes and stay out of trouble. Once he broke through to Nascent Soul, we'd all go smash their temple together. Old Lu went into seclusion and we heard nothing, until the demon army attacked. Flying swords streaked overhead. Countless cultivators rushed to the front lines. The radishes were ripe. We opened his chamber door, and found the letter he left. Turns out old Lu had already gone to the Great Wall. Back in his youth, he was hot-blooded too. If demons dared provoke, he'd grab his sword and kill. Then his leg got broken. The court wouldn't even pay him. That's when he retired from the wall. 3 months later, Azure Cloud sect got a letter. Old Lu was dead. No troops, no supplies at the front. The Empress was busy with her boy toys, ignoring state affairs. He'd failed the soldiers fighting at the wall. 60,000 cultivators, 40,000 gone in half a year. My master Lu Wentian was among those 40,000. Everyone else retreated, but not him. He led a crippled remnant unit, defending the wall to the death. The demon army pressed forward. Golden Core cultivators were everywhere, nascent souls too. I don't know where he found the courage to pick up a sword, force himself up, and climb that wall alone, still shouting those cringy lines as he died. You great Zhou bastards, Azure Cloud sect's Sword Saint Lu Wentian stands here. Who dares come at me? Master died just like that. Later we found out the Empress had him killed. His body hung on the wall, cast into a golden coffin. The radishes in the yard were overripe. He never got to taste a single one. His last wish was for us to get his sword back and build him a memorial tomb. But Azure Cloud sect was dirt poor. Only way was to get that land back from Guangfu Temple. Junior brother Luo Hao went to reason with them. Got beat up black and blue. Senior sister knew we couldn't win. She left the sect at night, saying she'd bring Master's body back. A weak Foundation Establishment woman. Had that much backbone. I couldn't figure out how those monks had the nerve to steal our radishes. I was a powerless waste. Junior brother took up defending the radishes. He said, if Master the Sword Saint could defend the Great Wall, his disciple could definitely defend some radishes. He kept telling me when Senior Sister brought Master back, he'd go to the wall himself and make a name. I was confused. What good would a Foundation Establishment cultivator do there? But Luo Hao said, if Senior Sister, a woman, had that courage, how could he, her junior brother, not try? Senior brother, you think if I wait till the war's over, I could confess to Senior Sister? I covered his mouth. Everyone knew. Luo Hao liked Qiankyu. We just never said it out loud. But those words felt like a bad omen to me. When Senior Sister came back, she was barely alive, clutching Master's head to her chest, wouldn't let go. Junior brother had waited for her so long, only to watch her die right before his eyes. That night, he cried at their fresh graves for hours. Damn demons. I'm coming for your lives. That yell woke up the Guangfu monks stealing radishes. Junior brother lost it and fought them. Got beaten so bad he didn't make it. The entire Azure Cloud sect became 3 graves. My whole family buried. Now home was truly gone. Those monks came back to cause trouble. They stomped on me while ripping Master's tombstone right out of the ground. A broke-ass sect taking such prime real estate? They all deserve to die to demons. Tui, that nascent soul abbot, grabbed my skull, cursing away. I felt like my head was about to explode, but I didn't back down. If you had any balls, you'd go to the wall and fight demons. The moment I said that, the abbot laughed like he'd heard the funniest joke. Ha ha ha! The Great Wall? The Empress already gave it to the demons, to end the war. Now it's called the Demon Wall. His robes were clearly lined with gold thread. I thought things had gotten better. Turns out they were still rotten to the core. I got thrown down the mountain like trash, filled with hate and grief. Azure Cloud Sect wiped out. 40,000 border cultivators dead. To the Empress, it was all a joke. Down below, the city echoed with wailing. Defeated cultivators and refugees turned the entire Great Joe into a living hell. This was only my second time down the mountain in 2 years. Only now did I realize how much Master had protected the three of us. Life was hard, but nothing like this savage hellscape. Now I had no home, no family, so I picked up a broken bowl and started my begging check-in. 2 years. Just 2 more years, and I'd become a legendary sword saint. During those 2 years, demons got restless again, raiding Great Joe's borders. This time, way fewer cultivators volunteered. No more flying swords streaking overhead. The Empress didn't just lose the Great Wall. She lost the people's faith and protection. Millions of silver flowed out of the treasury. Not for border defenses, but for temple statues. Looking at Guangfu's new glazed Buddha, I remembered Azure Cloud's headless founder statue. We'd all told Master to get a stonemason to carve a head for the founder, but he'd always say the founder was formless. Today, it could be your face, tomorrow it could be mine. Better to spend money on food to fill our bellies than waste it on dead stone. Why couldn't the Empress understand that? She'd rather build dead idols than let people eat. I made a mental list of places to settle scores. Besides Guangfu Temple, there was the Golden Palace. When I got that last copper coin in my broken bowl, the system finally spoke. Ding! Congratulations, host, on completing 20 years of begging check-ins. Sword Saint cultivation obtained. Instantly, 5 colored lights shot up from my head. Purple clouds rolled across the sky. A legendary Sword Saint was born. I stood at the mountain's base, climbing step by step. Mount Ituo was harder to climb than I thought. 13,452 steps total.